I'm making was on the day.
Hang on, Big Mac. Intake. Why is it not true? I'm reading it straight from the Department of Justice. You can literally look under his You can literally look under his sentencing right now.
Quit about the 14-year-old?
No, quit being a dumbass and go look it up.
About what? I'm asking you about what?
You said don't believe him about the minor. He is serving a 21-year federal prison sentence for beating the fuck out of a 14-year-old. You're lying.
Sure, but that's all a distraction from the Floyd situation. That's all that is.
It's not a distraction.
It's trying to justify and excuse what George Floyd did that day.
Intake. You're wanting Donald Trump to pardon him for beating the fuck out of a 14-year-old.
No, I'm not. Nobody is, and he's not going to do that. That's crazy talk.
You're putting words in people's mouths.
Yeah, why are you straw manning me, dude? Don't straw man me.
That's what you guys are talking about all over the internet.
Right. Well, you guys is a very
and I see you say it in I saw you say it in Dentrell's live.
Here's George Floyd. All right, they're trying to put him in the car.
I saw you say it in Dentrell's live. Why are you lying?
Who? I don't even know who these people are. Wait, I said what? What did I say? What did I say? Stop muting me.
You said that you wanted Donald Trump to pardon him.
No, I never. Absolutely not. I never said that. No.
Yes, you did.
Okay, prove it.
I will DM Dentrell right now and ask.
Yes, please. Yeah, please. Prove it. I also record all of these encounters just so you motherfuckers can't lie.
Yeah. So why do you want Donald Trump?
Look, why isn't George Floyd just getting in the back of the police car? Why is he resisting? Oh, now he's coming out the other side, and this is where he gets fucked.
Do you think that George Floyd is the only person who resists arrest? Do you want me to show you the last 19 mess heads that are white here in Minnesota?
Look, I'm not defending the overall action, but what the hell did you want these cops to do? What did you want them to do? You're ex-law enforcement, right? You're the perfect.
Yeah.
What should they have done?
They violated our code of conduct.
Sure. So they should just let him run down the street like a drug addict with his hands behind his back? Is that what they should have done? Why isn't he staying in the back of this police car?
Because no one's life is worth.
He's fighting his way out, and he's a big man. Why is he doing this?
Intake, listen. I'm taking on two at once, so you guys got to calm down. Listen, do you think that as a police officer, we want to unalive people?
No.
Okay, so what I'm telling you is this situation would have been different if Derek Chauvin wasn't leading this investigation. He should not have been a cop. There should have been a more level-headed cop that wasn't a complete piece of shit.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I know. I could play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game, and that's my whole point.
That's fine. That's fine.
George Floyd shoulda, coulda, woulda stayed in the back of the police car.
That's great. And in thousands and thousands and thousands of body cams, I can show you from this year the exact same shit. From thousands of other criminals, dude. This isn't a special case.
No, that's my question. Why is George Floyd made into be a saint?
He's not a saint.
Oh, he has got murals. The left doesn't shut up about him. They're all pissed about Charlie Kirk overtaking his birthday.
Listen, it's not about the person. It's the movement.
No, the movement's bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
Okay, how many black communities has BLM saved? Where are they now?
Listen, I gave you the evidence that Derek Chauvin should have never been a police officer.
Sure, but he was. And George Floyd should have stayed in the back of the police car, but he didn't.
That's an intake. That is exactly what the movement is about. It's a failed judicial system that allows crazy pieces of shit to be a police officer. And that just is what it is, man.
Yeah. Minneapolis is run by a bunch of Democrats, so they did it to themselves.
It's actually not.
Dude, I live there. It's one of the most liberal places in the country.
I live here too, in Hennepin County.
Oh, you live there?
I live in Hennepin County.
Oh, well, you probably don't even see it anymore. When you leave, you see it. Man, dude, it's a liberal hellhole.
Are you sure you're in my state? Do you know that our House of Representatives is split?
I didn't say I was in your state. I said I lived there.
Okay, well, our state is not ran just by Democrats. Our House of Republicans.
Well, first of all, I said Minneapolis. Okay, you're putting words in my mouth. I said Minneapolis, 55414, Minneapolis.
That's great. We have a Democratic mayor, sure, but we also have a city council who allocates.
Yeah, that's like a bunch of crazy Democrats.
No, it's
really?
It's not split, but it's like 70-30. But
it's 70% Democrats. So they run the city, and they run the police department. and
This
they
is-
hire piece of shit cops like that.
But
That stuff happens in Democrat
They
cities.
don't run the Hennepin County
Dude,
Sheriff's
I
Department.
just looked at the body cam. The guy had the Minneapolis police logo. I know that logo. It's burned in my brain.
I'm just saying, there's also the Sheriff's Department that's ran
Well,
by Hennepin
where were
County.
they at? Where were they during this?
They were there too.
Well, they weren't Derek Chauvin, though, were they?
I understand.
Okay, well, he was a Minneapolis police officer. Minneapolis.
He was the DRE. Yeah, he was the DRE
Sure.
on task today.
So
on
Hennepin
that
had
day.
nothing to do with this.
Well, they did because it's in their county.
Well, okay, they weren't at this arrest scene. They weren't the one with the
I
neck
understand
behind the
that.
guy's thing. I'm watching it
I
right now.
understand.
It's sad.
I know, and I
Okay.
understand. It is sad. Yeah,
All right.
because the cop was bad. So we agree that
Sure.
the cop is bad.
Yeah, I'm not defending the cop, but I'm also saying George Floyd should have probably not resisted and probably should have stayed in the back of the police car, and he probably would still maybe be alive today. He probably would have died of an overdose one of these
would
times.
still be alive.
You guarantee? You guarantee he still wouldn't?
No, you know what? Because he swallowed
Yeah.
all that F.
Okay, well let's.
But this
let's
is wait. This
guys,
is my point.
guys. Let's
Hear me
let's-
out.
Listen,
Hear
you
me
have to you listen. Do you guys know that the majority of Schmittnall unalivings are white males? You guys are acting like this is a minority community
So
problem.
a
This is
black
not.
male can't do the same.
Yeah.
thing?
What does that matter, dude?
Like, I
This is
can't
a-
go.
no,
I
listen,
can't go do that
listen,
and then
you
get
also
alive.
listen, and you also understand, and you also need to understand that there is plenty of white males who resist arrest exactly the way he did. You have to understand this
Right.
is not an individual issue. This is a systemic issue.
No,
You
it's
are
not.
defending-
It's not, dude.
Yes,
I looked at all the
is.
police reports. This is so lowest of the percentage. Like, it barely even happens on the statistical range of anyness.
This is what I'm trying to find out. Why are we using George Floyd as the turning point? Why can't your turning point be police brutality needs to stop? Why can't that? Why is George Floyd, rest in peace, being deemed a hero? Like, no, he didn't do nothing. He did
Yeah.
that to himself.
Of all people, you could pick a better one than George Floyd. There's got to be a way better case in this. This one sucks.
Listen, there has been plenty of cases, and you guys have, and you guys on the right have defended every one of them. Sonia Massey,
What?
Breonna
Name
Taylor.
one. Name one.
Okay, so do you want to talk about what happened to Sonia Massey?
Never heard of them.
Yep.
You
Never heard of it.
You never heard of Sonia? See, that's another problem, right?
So how can you say I'm on the right and I'm defending it then if I'd never heard of it?
So
Right.
go watch the body cam footage of what happened to Sonia Massey. It's called a buildup of brutality over and over
So
and
why
over
can't we
again.
use this Sony Massey as the turning
Sony
point? not
Massey
George
body
Floyd?
cam.
Sonia Massey.
Sonia.
She
Why can't we use them as the turning point
Sonia.
though? Why does George Floyd up here?
it
All right. Oh, it's
you
from
have a-
frickin' ABC.
okay,
I'm not watching
listen,
that shit.
Listen. You have a cup. You have a cup, okay? And you
Okay.
fill it up slowly with water over and over and over again. When it gets to the top and it gets too full and you get upset, that's when it happens. And the last drop of water was the ripple effect. It was the turning point.
No, dude.
Okay? No pun intended. That is
Like-
what it was.
Out of the millions and millions and millions of police encounters in the year, and I'm not excusing any of them, but the unalivings by police officers is so statistically low. Especially when you take into account the use of force
and
or
why
even the
is the majority of
fainting
the
of
time-
force that they use.
And why, in the majority of the time, is it a bad cop and a person from a marginalized group?
Because you don't give a shit about the white ones.
I do give a shit about the white ones.
Well, that
I
happens
give a
too,
shit.
dude. There's all sorts
I-
of unjust police shootings of crackheads, meth heads. You
Okay,
just
and
nobody cares about
That's
them.
fine. In intake, where's the white guys? Where's the uproar? No,
Because we're not
white
we're not
people can
stupid. We're not
protest too.
we don't virtue
We-
signal.
Wait a
we
second.
not
You're
trying
calling. You're calling. Wait. Now you're just calling all black people stupid.
No, I'm saying you're virtue signaling over this, and you look like a white male too.
I'm not virtue signaling. I am identifying a systemic issue with police officers. And it's
I don't,
been
dude. It's
over
not a
and
systemic
over
issue
again.
though. You have no proof to
This
say it's a
is-
step.
this-
Okay,
There. Would you like me to start rattling off some stats?
I used to be a
the
local
Department of
elected
Justice
official. I
website.
used to have to look at this during the George Floyd bullshit. I looked at all of the police reports every month. We had our police chief in every quarter.
Don't call cases bullshit. Okay.
I didn't call cases bullshit. I just know all the details and all the stats that go behind it. Like, it's so statistically low.
It's not. It's
All
not.
right, why did they
about
shoot this? Why did they pew this chick? What does she reach for here?
a frying pan.
Oh no, I rebuke you. You better effing okay. Yeah, all right. So that's a frying pan.
Or it was
It's
a
not
coffee
a
pot.
it's not a pew though, right?
No, it's a coffee
Eh.
pot.
Yeah, that looks
they
like a
have
bad
sound
one.
in it?
From first glance, that looks like a bad one. But I don't think it's because she was BLK. I don't know. I don't know the history. Maybe these bad cops.
That's what they said. They thought she was reaching for something.
Well, she did reach for something.
It wasn't confirmed that she had anything. But the only thing that was in reach was the stuff on the stove.
Yeah, I'm not.
What does
dude,
it show? What does it show on the body cam?
You can't see it because she's got crap on the countertop, so you can't see what she reaches for.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Well, they're case
Here,
closed.
it's real fast.
Reach for something.
I don't know. Can we show this on TikTok? I don't know.
No, don't show the part of anything.
Well, it
going
doesn't.
on.
Yeah, it doesn't show like actual.
Yeah,
All
I've
right.
seen this a million times.
So she's over here. I'm gonna back up. All right, you got this big cop here, so you can't see the crap on her counter. So then she reaches for something. He draws, and then this guy on the right draws, and then they shoot, and that's it. I don't know if you saw that. It's kind of hard to show on a little
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
tiny thing here.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's-
dude,
dude,
could have handled that better. But I mean, if she's reaching for something, that's the first thing they tell you not to do. Don't reach.
I
Is that
think
what
they said. I just saw the one thing that the transcript. The cop thought that she reached for a boiling hot water from a pan, so that would scold them. Now again, I don't think they should have shot. No way.
No, not if he knew what she was reaching for.
Yeah.
Boiling hot water is not going to hurt you from there.
Well, yeah, I mean,
even
yeah,
if it does, I
Right.
mean, like to a
Yeah.
taser.
right.
Because
But
I'm not
that's not the point.
I'm not
We're
doing a
trying-
3v1, Matt. That's why. Guys,
Like,
so do you guys
I
so-
can't. I'm not
here-
defending this one. I don't know.
Listen,
That's
listen.
bad, but I don't think it's because she was BLK.
My point here is why are we using George Floyd as the turning point and not her or somebody else?
Right. I
In a
would honestly. This
justifiable
woman made
stand.
most sense.
They did protest for her, guys.
Okay, but they didn't.
Why didn't you? You're
They didn't-
protesting George.
They didn't come in front of my house and
I'm
protest.
not protesting George. I'm educating people on the truth of who Derek Chauvin was. Moron, stop asking me where I was a police officer. Okay, I've worked in and around law enforcement on I-35. Okay, in the state of Minnesota. If you'd like to talk about it more, quit being a pussy in the chat and actually accept my invite. I'm not going to talk to you from the chat while I'm also talking to these two knuckleheads at the same time. Okay, listen, guys. I gotta ask you. So after I told you guys about the federal crime that he's serving, I'm not an officer. You're right. I'm a victim advocate now. Anyways, now what I'm asking you guys, based off of what I told you from the federal crime that he's serving for beating the fuck out of a 14-year-old, would you criticize the president for pardoning him for beating the fuck out of a 14-year-old kid? That's just what I
Wait,
want.
hold up. Hear me out. Did the president say they're going up? I get what you're saying. He can only pardon federal crimes.
Yes.
But did he specify what crime he was pardoning him from?
No, because Donald Trump's an idiot and doesn't know which one it was. That's the problem.
So we can't sit here and justify that whenever you don't even know, or I don't even know exactly what. If he's saying, "Hey, I would like to pardon him," okay, I get it. Trump likes to believe that he can do things that have not been done before, such as staying in office more than 8 years or 2 terms. But it has been done before
I
by
know.
who was
But-
that president? The one in the wheelchair during World War II.
FDR.
Roosevelt.
The one that was in the office for 3 terms.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, FDR. Yes.
I don't wait. What's his name? You're saying
Franklin.
Franklin Delano
Theodore
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. Okay, yes, Roosevelt. Okay, but what I am saying here is he might be attempting to pardon him from the unaliving of George, not the kid.
But
he deserves to
can't.
sit in there for the kid.
No,
if
he
he's-
can't. Presidents cannot pardon state.
I get what
state
you're
law.
saying. He's trying to do something that's
Okay,
not
but
possible
you can
or
see
hasn't
how
been
this.
done.
You see how this can make people upset, especially since most people have no idea about the little boy.
Listen
Big
to
Mac,
what you're saying.
Big Mac.
Him
We've debated for too
him-
long. You gotta go. Intake. Please don't claim this guy. Do you understand that presidents can't pardon people
Yeah,
for state
state-
crimes?
Yeah, I don't see it happening though.
Jesus Christ. But you can understand how him saying something and not understanding comes off as weird because it's like he's advocating to
Yeah.
pardon someone for beating the fuck out of a 14-year-old.
Right. I don't know if Trump said that or not. I'll just take your word that he might have.
Well, he had to because there was protests starting to happen in Minneapolis, so everyone had to clear that up.
Yeah, you guys like your protests up there. I've been through a few. Just hockey championships, not like.
Come on, dude. The right protests too, bro. You didn't remember all the protests after Charlie happened, and it was white men.
I've been through cool protests. I got tear gas. I got pepper balled the rubber balls. I got shot with those. That was cool. Over hockey though, it was hockey. But they burned the crap out of a news van and dumpsters. Oh, they did a lot of damage. That was crazy.
Hey, intake. Rodnette wants to talk to you probably about the Sonia Massey thing.
Yeah.
Hi, I was hoping to speak to the other guy too. I want to know why you all seem to have such a hard time trying to understand the unfair behavior of cops when they're committing these crimes against black people. You try to make so many excuses for the death of George Floyd. Yes, he was not a good guy. But you look at that video, anyone with eyes can see that the behavior of the cop was illegal. But yet you try to justify it. And I'm just trying to figure out what is in you.
Did you hear what I was saying about any of that?
I heard what you were saying. He resisted.
Yeah, a lot.
So
that's
go
illegal
on YouTube
too.
And see, wait a second. You can go on YouTube and see so many videos of cops dealing with people who resist. I mean, some of them resist in very hard ways. They don't kill them.
Yeah.
They're taught to deal with them. They're taught you can pepper spray them. You don't have to kill them.
Yeah, so you're admitting this is not a big problem overall. It was a pretty statistically low problem. Like issue, like incident.
No, I'm not.
Well, you just said I can go on YouTube, find a bunch of body cam videos of people resisting and they don't unalive. So all of those cases ended sort of okay. And then there's just one with George Floyd.
You can find information where statistically proven where black people stand a very high probability of being very seriously hurt, even unto death, when cops get involved. The first thing they say is they were scared and they get off. That you know that as well as I do. I am a black person, but you know that, you know it. But what inside of you makes you afraid or unwilling to say what is the truth? What is it? I really want to know.
I'm not just going to throw all police officers under the bus because of one thing happened somewhere.
All police officers. You didn't hear me say all police officers. You did not hear me say that.
Okay.
But what is it inside of you that makes you afraid or either unwilling to admit what you know is true? You're sitting here arguing with Jesse like he's some kind of crazy person and not telling the truth, and you know that he is. What inside of you makes you so hate-filled that you can't admit what you know is true?
Real quick, intake, before you respond. Guys, I want the chat to listen, okay? Because you guys have to open your ears. Like, I'm not trying to be rude to anybody unless you're intentionally being a piece of shit, but guys, I follow along, okay? I'm on mncourts.gov, okay? This is the autopsy report, okay? There's the independent autopsy report, which it concurs with the Hennepin County autopsy report, okay? It says cause of unaliving, asphyxia due to neck and back compression led to a lack of blood flow to the brain. Based on the video and position of the knee in the video, there was pressure to the carotid artery of the neck that led to cerebral anoxia. Cerebral anoxia is a lack of appropriate blood flow to the brain. So the COD, the cause of unaliving, from Dr. Baden and Dr. Wilson are concurrent. Mr. Floyd unalived of traumatic asphyxia due to compression of his neck and back during restraint by police. It's determined a homicide, as seen in video, confirmed at autopsy. Guys, this is from the autopsy reports. I also told you that he is serving a 21-year. I've also told you that he is serving 22 and a half years for a state crime for unaliving George Floyd. He is serving a concurrent sentence of 21 years for beating the fuck out of a 14-year-old with a flashlight and putting his knee on his neck, exactly like he did with George Floyd. Both of these sentences are happening right now. Derek Chauvin, a piece of shit police officer who is a complete fucking scumbag, is serving 43 and a half years for unaliving George Floyd and beating the fuck out of a 14-year-old.
And nobody's saying George Floyd was a hero. He was absolutely not. And I think the other guy, whatever, I think you guys asked, why do we make George Floyd into a hero? Nobody is making him into a hero. But what? Okay, he's not a saint. He's not. No one thinks he is. But let me tell you what
they do.
No, they don't.
Well, then why is this mural on the side of boards, statues made up, all this fake crap? I mean,
he only had one statue.
Let me explain to you. It's really not about George Floyd. It is about what George Floyd. Listen, you asked. It's about what George Floyd represents. Because George Floyd represents what we as black people have gone through.
Resisting arrest?
Time in this country. Wait a minute.
Sorry, Kesha. I didn't mean to do that.
Stop it.
Right. Well, you guys just filibustered for a while, and then you guys just keep wanting to filibuster now.
That's your ignorance. That's your problem right there. You don't listen. You don't want to educate yourself.
Well,
you like living in your white hate, and you'll never learn. You'll never learn. But you got your day coming, buddy. There's no talking to you guys. You guys are pure ignorance.
Intake. Can I ask you one other thing?
Yeah, as long as I can talk after you ask the question, that'd be awesome.
I've given you a decent amount of time.
No, she didn't.
I'm just trying to read you the fact. Well, I asked you a question
and you wouldn't even let me finish.
Let's not tone police her. Okay?
What?
So listen.
Tone police? Okay.
She's passionate about this.
Sure.
So don't diminish the passion, okay?
Right, but it's called a conversation, so usually that means somebody else talks every once in a while.
But you didn't even let me finish asking the question.
I can replay. It doesn't matter at this point, but I could replay it for you if you wanted.
Absolutely, it doesn't matter to you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, ask the question here, host buddy. Jesse. Yep.
Do you know who Ivan Hunter is?
I don't believe so.
Of course not. So Ivan Hunter came from Texas. Okay, and this is also on the Department of Justice website. He's also serving time. He's from San Antonio, Texas. He's registered to the Boogaloo Boys, which is on the right wing side. Okay. He came to Texas, a white man, Ivan Hunter, came to Texas, to Minneapolis, with an AK-47. He put 14 rounds into the 3rd precinct of Minneapolis. I'm not my shit.
Yeah, I heard about
liar.
That. I heard it. No. I heard about that. Yeah, keep going.
He pleaded guilty to this.
Yeah.
So you understand that this violence is not from people that were there. 60% of all the arrests were not even from Minnesota.
Arrests of what? Arrests of what?
60% of all the people who were arrested, they were not from Minneapolis. They weren't even from Minnesota.
Oh, you mean during the protests?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. People were like Frank Nitti and who was the other asshole down here? Yeah, they were traveling all over the country for this stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know that I had 2 protests in front of my house? One I didn't even live there anymore. I had 2 protests in front of my house. There's like 300, 400 people in front of my house, all screaming and hollering. And then there was like 200 SWAT officers surrounding my house and my neighborhood. It was crazy. I felt a lot of violence from the Democrats that day. And then they went to a Little League game before that, and they were shouting at 8-year-olds, fuck the police, fuck that, pigs in the blanket or something, all of that hateful stuff. They were shouting that at 8-year-olds. That was cool. Then they went to a Speedway gas station, and then they busted the windows, and they tried to like steal stuff, and then they urinated all over the place. That was really cool.
Do you know to this day, people still go and put bullet holes into Emmett Till's grave, a 13-year-old boy?
No, I don't know. I don't live in the world. I don't live in this world.
See, you only want us to believe your shit. Right?
Oh, no, my shit, I don't care.
Like, what do you think about
You think I'm making up this story?
I'm not saying you're making them up, but you're discrediting. You act like this only happens from one person or one side. This is not true.
I
People
never
still
said
go
that, dude.
by
You're kind of like
and
debating with
pee on a
yourself.
13-year-old boy's grave.
That's bad. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Or
Also, there was 5 white kids who just beat the shit out of a young black boy in L.A. while
oh,
they're seen on camera yelling racial slurs
huh.
at him. There was also a white boy who just ran over two Hispanic girls,
Oh
17
no.
years old, going 70 miles an hour because they said something bad about Charlie Kirk. This shit happens all the time. This is not a left or right. There's bad people. But when we have law enforcement, we need to make sure that they are doing their job properly.
Right, and like 99.99% of cops do.
Sure. Black Poet, was there something you'd like to say,
Look,
guy?
do you know how many police officers there are in this country? I think it's like 9 million. It's a lot. I mean, it's not enough actually, but it's a good number.
Okay, Black Poet, is there something you would like to say? You're on mute.
Thank you, Jess, for letting me up. What you're saying is actual facts, and Miss Ronnie, I think I'm not gonna pronounce your
Run
name
it.
wrong.
Run it.
Ronnie, what you said is absolutely correct. I mean, it's like people are afraid to read. It's like they only read sections of the parts they want to know about. I see these comments that people talking about overdose this. I mean, this man is not immortal. This man is not perfect. He had criminal history. But that don't give right for nobody to be unalived because of what? There's no reason. We're not mortifying him. He's not perfect. He made his mistakes. But no one, absolutely no one deserves to be unalived. Even Charlie Kirk
Right.
wasn't no reason for him to be unalived. I feel bad for his children
Right.
that the father is gone. He's not here to just watch his children grow up, to get old, get married. You know what I mean? And just as well as George Floyd, he has kids too. Regardless if this man is a criminal, regardless if this man was doing drugs, he still had children. He still was a life that was breathing. And if it was one of y'all, you want somebody to feel sorry for you. You want somebody to come to bat for you if something was wrong done to you. But people don't Charlie Kirk said it, empathy. Bring empathy back. But no, nobody has empathy for nobody. If it ain't in their backyard, if it ain't in their household, you don't have empathy. You just want to bring up every excuse. Oh, he was a true criminal. Oh, he was this. He was still a human being. God ain't say, oh, because you do drugs, you deserve to die. I'm sorry, be unalive. He didn't say that. Love your people. If y'all follow Charlie Kirk, and y'all say he's a man of God, he didn't deserve it. And I'll rest there. My intent.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to drop you down, Poet, if that's okay. Thank you for coming up and
That's
speaking
fine.
the truth. I just don't want too many people on the panel. I don't want people to feel like they're being overwhelmed. But do you kind of just get where everyone's coming from?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm not going to throw all police under the bus. Never going to happen.
No,
But
I get that.
I'd like to know who did say that. Nobody said all police are bad.
But that's
No
your
one.
platitude. That's what you're going after. You're just saying like there's a systemic problem in the police. You
Absolutely
don't.
not. You
Do you
didn't
see
hear
how
me
I can't
say
even
that.
get I can't even get 2 sentences in. You guys are so
But you're
freaking
lying
triggered
on me.
by a
I'm not
different
gonna let
opinion.
you sit here and lie
You
on
guys
me.
live in an
I
echo
didn't say
chamber
all
of
cops
hate.
are bad.
All right, I can't do this if this fucking bitch is gonna talk over me. All right, shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
bitch.
you're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
up, bitch.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You see that they are so weak, so weak.
You were just correcting what you said.
They make accusations. You're not going to sit here and lie on me. And simply because I said you're lying, and I asked you when did I say all cops, I didn't. They always go to violence. This is my point. They can't admit that things are unfair for the average black person has experienced something of what we're speaking, different levels, and you don't have to be doing anything. And I'm not whining or whatever. I lived the experience, and I am very law abiding. I've never been arrested, but I've experienced some things that are not good. And no one is saying all cops are bad.
Shut
no
this
one is
bitch
that
up.
ignorant to believe that. No one is saying
This
that there
bitch
are not
doesn't let
black
anybody
criminals.
talk.
Some of these people are very bad, just like any other race, and they need to go to jail. You know, no one's saying that, but, you know, he proved who he was with his last statement. He proved who he was. He proved it. No one else did. He did it.
100%, Renette.
It's all about you. It's all.